Hello there, and welcome to Sylvia's Essentials Makeup Tips for the Blind. I am back today to do another cooking video, and this video is making fried chicken. Actually, this is kind of, I guess you can say, an old-fashioned way of making fried chicken, compared to doing it in a deep fryer, or maybe even doing it in a flatter pan, I guess you could say. But I'm going to do it old-fashioned style way. I guess you could say a little bit of southern too. But there's different ways that people make southern fried chicken as well. All right, so I have a big pot here that I'm going to be frying the chicken in. I have oil here in a coffee can that I used to frying chicken prior. And then over here, I have a strainer colander on a plate, paper towel underneath the colander, so when the chicken's done, it will catch the oil. And I have tongs here that I'm going to use to turn the chicken over. Now, if this may be too much of a task frying chicken this way, then of course, I would do it in a deep fryer. But I just thought I would do it this way to show you, if you don't mind a little bit of a challenge frying with oil and using tongs, then this is just another way of doing it, okay? Like I said, it's a little bit of a challenge, but it does get easier the more you do it. And then, like right here, I have a fryer. Okay, I have a fryer, Oh, and I got my nails done. Those of you can see it out there. It's purple gel with on the ring fingers. I have some rhinestone, and they're cut short. And, of course, my hands have been washed. All right, and hope you guys are doing good out there. And of course, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. All right, so let's head over here to the other side of my kitchen. So here I have my chicken that's been soaking in cool water for about, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing from scratch, okay, play by play. Alright, so this video may be a little extensive compared to some of the other videos that I posted, but I'm just going to carry this through, okay, what I'm doing. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chicken that's been soaking in the water onto this plate here. So that's what I'm going to do first. One of my knives fell in here from my clean dishes on this side. Alright, so I got 6 chicken legs. Put these on this plate. And you want your chicken damp for this recipe as well, because you'll see why when I do the next step. And I have 7 chicken legs here that I had soaking. Now, soaking your chicken in cool water for 10 to 15 minutes is good because it helps wash off different things on the chicken. All right, so it's always good. Let me empty this. I'm going to leave this stopper in the sink. And while this is draining, I'm going to wash my hands. Thoroughly. In warm water. Got a towel here. All right. So while I get ready to season this chicken, over here where my pot is now, like I said, this is a high pot, so this actually makes it safe, this big pot here. And I'm gonna pour this vegetable oil. Now this is actually used vegetable oil that I used frying chicken prior before. So I'm using it a second time. So I'm gonna pour that in there. Now I left it in the refrigerator, and that's to preserve it. Because it's not an animal fat, and it's, you know, it's not Crisco, I recommend you leave it in your refrigerator after you use it. I'm gonna turn this on high. Let this pot heat up. Then I'm gonna get a spoon here out of my gadget drawer. Let's see what I got here. I have a spoon. Yeah, I'll use this spoon here. What I'm gonna do while this pot is heating up, I'm mixing up this oil. Because like I said, it was cold and it came out as a clump. And the amount of oil that I use here is just enough to not actually cover the chicken. It's actually going to cover the chicken halfway, if that makes any sense, of the legs. So, sorry about the banging there. All right, I'm gonna put this in my sink for now. Well, no, because I got to show you what I'm doing. I know what I'll do. Let me get a paper towel here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. Oh, you know what I can do? I'm just going to set this spoon inside the can for now. It is a metal can, so it's okay on top of the stove, but this lid I'm going to set right there because it's plastic. Okay, I'm going to turn this oil down now to a little below medium high. Okay, because we need to get this oil going, but we don't want to get it too hot, but hot. You know, while I'm doing the seasoning. All right. So with this chicken still damp, okay, I'm going to use two hands here, okay, to do two tasks. That way I have one hand that's clean while I'm doing the seasonings, and then the other hand, my left hand, is the hand I'm going to use to touch the raw chicken. So I'm going to put 6 of them in the sink here. It's a good idea to put your chicken in the sink when you're seasoning, because that way, when you season it, all your seasons are in the sink, and you don't make a mess on your counters. So you can just season it in your sink. Okay, I'm gonna empty this raw water in there because, like I said, chicken is raw now. Go to my trash can here. Throw this plate away. Trash is full. Okay. And with my clean hand, I'm going to start with my bag of pink Himalayan salt. And like I said, I'm using my left hand touching the raw meat. So with my clean right hand, I'm pinching some salt and I'm going to sprinkle it over one side a little bit. So we're going to keep pinching. Same thing on the other side, a pinch of, just a pinch. Sprinkle it on the other side. Try to feel your leg and just get a feel of sprinkling it over from top to bottom on each side. Pinch of salt. You want your chicken to be seasoned on both sides. Still got 4 more to do here. I can smell the oil from when I used the oil last time when I fried chicken. I would just use oil maybe 3 times, and that's it before you discard it. I wouldn't use it no more to reuse your cooking oil more than that, because what happens each time you use the oil, it's got some seasoning in it already, but it's okay because if you're using pink Himalayan salt, which is, like I mentioned before, a healthier salt, you don't have to worry as much about the salt in the oil previously. But what it's going to do, it's going to give this chicken more flavor. And you want to have that good flavor in your chicken, in your fried chicken. Okay. All right. Got the salt on. Next thing I'm going to use is black pepper. Not using the grinder, just your black pepper container, which is already grounded. Boy, this thing, it's kind of hard to open today. All right, opened up the wrong side. Okay. Shake some of that on. Just making sure that middle piece wasn't open, because that happened to me this week. I was making some scrambled eggs, and I accidentally had the bigger part of this pepper open and got so much in the scrambled egg. It wasn't too bad though. I mean, it gave the eggs a hotter taste, of course, more peppery, but I went ahead and ate the eggs anyways, because you know how expensive eggs are now. All right, next I'm going to use onion powder. Hold on here, I'm trying to open this with my forearm so I don't touch it. So I'm sprinkling some onion powder on now. Now you don't have to do both sides of the rest of the seasonings if you don't want. Just the salt, pretty much, because that salt is what's going to give the chicken its base of the flavor. We're just sprinkling on so much seasoning, okay? And then some garlic powder. Oh, the last one was onion powder. I'm sorry. So I just got done sprinkling onion powder. Now some garlic powder. All right. And then to baste this chicken, let me turn down my oil a little bit. It's good and hot now, so I'm gonna turn this down to, like, I guess you could say 6 o'clock. All right, so it's at 6 o'clock because when that oil gets hot, you don't want it too hot when you get ready to put your chicken in, okay? I got a cup of flour here. Now, I might not use all this. I might, because sometimes I might cook only fry 4 drumsticks. I might fry up 4 chicken thighs. But it's just always good to have a cup of flour to make sure you have enough. So I'm going to sprinkle this flour. I'm kind of like taking my finger at the edge of it so I can feel me sprinkling it on. I'm going to start on one side on each one first. And then I'll go back and do the other side of all of them. I just want to make sure I have enough to disperse here flour for each one. Like I said, I have 7 chicken legs here. Just kind of like push it out with your thumb. Or you could, if you want to, if you got a tacky tray, just put them on the tacky tray and flour them. Now, since this drumstick here is kind of smaller than the others, I'm going to do that one by itself last, because I can really only fit 5 of these in there anyways. 5 the most in this pot, because you want to have your chicken legs to have some space when they're frying. If you know what I mean. You want to give some space for the frying process. Just cover them best you can. Just feel. Make sure you got the flour covered on both sides. Yeah, that's a perfect amount of flour. Actually, go over some more. Make sure these are covered good, because the flour is what gives the fried consistency to your chicken. Pretty much. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to, you can shake it off a little bit, any excess flour, but you want to try to keep as much flour on chicken. Now, when the chicken was damp like that, after I soaked it, it's going to stick to your chicken from the water. So I'm going to go over to my pot slowly, and I'm going to start putting this in. I'm going to slowly have my hand up like this, feel where my pot is, and I'm going to put the fatter part of the leg, drop it in against the rim of the pot. When I'm putting it in my pot, oops, get the other side of my sink there, but that's okay. Get it later. I'm just putting in a circular around the pot. Like I said, that smaller piece there, I'm going to fry that one, I guess you could say, after I finish this video. Because like I said, I can only fit 5 the most in here anyways. Just take your time, be careful. Like I said, if this is too much of a challenge for you doing it this way, that's understandable. But I'm telling you, the chicken turns out really good doing it this way. Okay. And I've been doing this. I've done this more than once. So, all right. So I'm gonna wash my hand. Get this flour off my hands. Wash right off. Oops, I did something I shouldn't have done. I left my other piece of chicken in there. But you know what? I'm not going to throw it away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse it off with warm water. Just letting you know these little tips and tricks. If you make a mistake and accidents do happen in the kitchen, I'm rinsing it off with warm water. And it'll still be good for later. So what I'm going to do, after you rinse it off for a while, is I'm going to re-flour it with a little salt. So it won't be like the others, but it'll be okay. Alright? So what I'm doing is I'm setting it in the back of my sink. So the soap doesn't get to it again. Alright? So that's what you do when something like this happens. Actually, it's good that this happened because it just goes to show you that there's tips and tricks that you can do. You don't necessarily have to throw the chicken away. If you're in a restaurant, heck no, you wouldn't, reuse. But this is at home. Just rinse it off with warm water and set it aside. Alright, now I'm going to take these tongs and I'm going to grab each chicken and make sure I'm laying these legs down into that oil. So what I'm doing is I still got the fatter part of the chicken on the outside of the pot. Making sure that the legs are halfway laying in this oil. Now what we're going to do, we're going to turn this chicken over 5 times. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to actually turn this heat back up to medium, high heat, because the reason why is because the oil needs to get a little warmer. Now I'm going to time the chicken for 5 minutes each time I turn these over, okay? Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the positivity makeup bag video. Crystal really liked her gift there that she won. And if you want to win, then you have to be on my next video when I get 200 subscribers. You have to join in if you want to win. But yeah, that was fun. And you hear how the heat is starting to get warmer in my pot here. It's starting to smell good, I know that. So we got it timed on the timer for 5 minutes. Now, the reason why I don't have it fried so high is because I don't want to have it cook too quickly. So now I'm going to bring the heat back down again to 6 o'clock on my stove. I just need to get that grease good and hot. So we're gonna wait out 5 minutes. A little sip of water here. And hope you are staying hydrated out there. Getting your water intake in. At least try, if you can, like I said, 2 16-ounce bottles a day if you can. Even if you just sip it throughout the day. You don't have to, chug-a-lug it down. But, sip it, That's just as good. Keep you hydrated. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my, you'll still be able to hear me, my oscillating fan on. I was forgetting something. But I have to turn that on so the smoke can go out. Like I said, this is just a nice slow heat. And I'm cooking the chicken, frying the chicken. Now, I'm only going to need to turn these over pretty much just 3 times. Because they're drumsticks and they actually fry a little bit quicker than, I would say, than chicken thighs. Alexa, stop. Alright, so I'm taking my tongs now. And I'm just gonna get in here and feel my chicken. Doesn't matter if you grab the leg or the fatter part of the meat. And I'm gonna turn it over. Feel with my tongs to the next one. Grab the leg and turn it over. Like, just turn your wrist. Like, just flip that meat over. Like I said, like anything, comes with practice. Next one, turn it over. And if you don't think it's turned over, just take your tongue, stick it in there, and just try to push it over. Okay, the next one, turn it over. That's what's nice about tongs. You can just get a grab of your meat and let it do the work for you. Turn this one over. Try to keep them a little bit separated if you can. I said I got 6 of them in here. Some of these are a little bigger. Can I turn this one over? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I did. Just want to make sure let me grab my card. I got a sense of feel where if I feel like any little trace of crispiness, I'm just going to turn it over again, just to make sure. Alright, it's just that one piece there. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, now I'm going to time another 5 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Starting now.
And school is going good. I actually had my class today, and I'm officially now, after a day, on spring break for a little over a week. So that's exciting. That's nice. And I have a little more time to study before my first exam when I go back on the 26th. 26th I go back. So I'm studying my butt off, you know. Really want to try to pass this first exam. And it's a lot of questions too. Different questions about a little bit of everything about working in a commercial kitchen. Like I said, a lot of things that you do at home, you do not do in a restaurant. Things you do in a restaurant, you don't do at home. But it's always good, of course, to take a lot of what you've learned and use it as practice at your home. But like I said, I'm showing you how to cook meals at home. And I'm using some of my tips I'm learning. You know, but, you know, as far as washing your hands, I mean, I already know to do that, you know. Keep your hands clean as much as you can. And speaking of that, I'm going to wash the sink out. Oh, yeah, I forgot I have the chicken in there. I'll have to do it later because I still have that one piece of chicken in there. And like I said, I rinsed it off. I'm going to have to season flour it again. So that's right, I'll do it later. Just wait. And I will be coming up here soon to do another makeup video. So stay tuned for that in your notifications. Hope you have your, you know, that bell rung so you can get notifications from me when I come up here, when I post. So that's really important, especially on your phone as well. Oh, it smells good. It smells good in here. Well, the chicken's not steaming the my camera. So those of you out there that can see what I'm doing out there. And I think what I'm going to have with this, I actually baked a potato in the microwave 2 days ago. One thing I've learned is always good to go no longer than leftovers for 7 days. Okay, that's one thing I've learned in class that I think is real important. Don't go no longer than 7 days. The time you open your food commercial packages, or the day that you cook your food. 7 days after that, eat it up, toss it out for food safety, for yourself and others. And make sure your refrigerator chills your stuff at 41 degrees or lower than 41 degrees to keep your food out of the danger zone. Don't put hot food in your refrigerator until it cools down, because you don't want to bring the temperature of your refrigerator and freezer down lower temperature from the heat of what you place in there. So always make sure your food is cooled down before you store it in your refrigerator. Just some tips there wanted to share with you. Oh man, it smells good. Alexa, stop. Alright, I'm going to turn these over again. Now I may have to cook them another, well now I'm going to do another 5 minutes, but I'm saying another 5 minutes after that. We'll see. I'll feel how crispy they are. But sometimes you might have to fry them a little bit longer. Just letting you know right now. So I'm in here feeling with the tongs. Chicken is actually, like I said, really delicious if you fry it this way. A lot of people, you know, use a cast iron pan, lower pan, when they do this. But like I said, the reason why I'm using this higher, actually it's a spaghetti pot, pasta pot, is because of safety, so I don't get grease splattered everywhere or on meat. So it's okay to fry your chicken in a big high pot for safety reasons. That's why. I'm just going in here with my tongs, just feeling these are turned over. Just feeling, make sure they're flipped. Yeah, you know, some of these legs are healthy. And I actually got a good deal on these at the store yesterday when I bought these. I think I paid for 10 drumsticks in the max pack, the big package. You know what I'm talking about? I paid $7. Yeah, I think it was a little over $7. But in these days, that wasn't bad for 10 drumsticks, 10 chicken legs. All right. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
I'm just doing this on a low fry. That way nothing splatters and it's less mess on your stove, even though I'm using a higher pot. Even if you're using a lower pan to fry your chicken, it's good to do it this way too, more on a lower fry than a higher fry. As long as they're cooked long enough, you know, till they're done. And you'll know when the outside feels crispy. And that comes with practicing your sense of feel, using a utensil. That's the best way I can put it. You definitely don't want to Stick your hand in no hot pan, no hot grease. Never do that. Seems like a lot of times when you're waiting, you know, what they call it, watching the water boil, seems like it just takes a longer time. But this is all about cooking, is time and patience. But yeah, my hair still long, you know, past my derriere, and I have it back in a ponytail right now. Make sure I have it pulled back when I'm cooking, especially when I'm frying. Like I said, I like it, you know, something different with my hair. It's fun, you know. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is, yeah, I'm gonna have, I made like a split baked potato. So I'm gonna have the other half of it with some shredded cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, and some broccoli, a little bit of broccoli on it, cut up broccoli on it, and some sour cream. That's what I'm gonna have on the potato with my fried chicken here. Sounds good to me. I know it was a couple of days ago, but I hope you guys set your clocks back. I almost forgot to set my clock back. Daylight forward, I meant to say, I'm sorry. Set my clock forward. I forgot it was actually daylight savings time a couple of days ago. And I asked someone I know, I said, did we have daylight saving times yet? Because I could have swore I heard my my phone and the Alexa say another time from my talking clock, and they say, yeah, daylight saving time was yesterday. And I said, oh, okay, I missed that. All right, Alexa, stop. Okay, let me go in. We're getting there. I can feel the texture. I'm going to fry them up a little bit longer. Fry them up a little bit longer. But they are getting there. Like I said, each time you fry chicken, it's kind of different. You kind of just have to feel the consistency with either a fork or tongs, or whatever you want to use to flip them. Another thing to let you know how they're done as well is what happens is the grease starts buckling, like makes like a buckle sound to let you know that they're done as well. It's kind of like a indicator that the oil gives you when you're frying chicken. So I'm just making sure these are turned over. Oop, that one flipped over that one. All right. Okay. Just turning them. I said, this is when you really have to use your sense of feel, but like I said, it'll get easier. Alright, I'm gonna fry these for another 5 minutes. Like I said, just depends. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Actually, I'm gonna turn the heat up just a little bit more. Just a little higher. Because I did them on a lower lower fry, that's why I'm doing them a little bit longer. If I had the heat up a little bit higher, these probably would have been done by now. I'm just moving them around in this oil. Okay. Checking the center of it, where the legs, end of the legs are. Alright. Like I said, I turned my heat up a little bit. Actually, it's okay to actually have the grease actually a little bit hotter because you don't want to fry them forever, you know, but you want to make sure as well that they're cooked. I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna crack my window. So I got the camera up. I'm just cracking my window because I'm gonna need to let some of the smoke out, or cooking smell, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, going back to my kitchen. All right. Okay, we're back. Just wanted to air it out in here. As you know how fried chicken smell can be pungent. Let me go in and check. Just flipping these. Oh yeah, it's getting there. Or you could put your tongs together like this and just go in and just separate them. Just feel between the legs and just separate them. Make sure you separate the best you can separate them. You should actually just let them be and let them cook, but I just want to get in here and just feel that they're separated. Okay. And I hope you out there are trying some of the dishes that I'm post up here, like the broccoli soup that I did, and making the meatloaf. Alexa, stop. That meatloaf video and the roasted chicken that I did, those got really good views. Actually, a lot of them did. So let me go in and check. Sorry out there if this is going a little bit longer, but like I said, I did turn the heat up some. I'm going to do one more 5 minute. One more 5 minute. And I think it's probably because I had the grease, the oil a little lower. Flipping these over. Yeah, I'm going to do one more 5 minute, and I will take these out. Actually, they should have been done 5 minutes ago, but Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
But you just want to make sure that your chicken is done. You know, that's important inside. And if you can hear the oil out there over my oscillator fan, I apologize if it's kind of loud. But do you hear this different sound in the oil? It's making a different sound. Like you can tell that it's almost done. Camera down so you can see that. Hope you can see that. Like I said, I'm standing on my tippy toes. Seriously. Just wonder if you could see that. Oh yeah, these smell like they're almost done. And like I said, I got that other chicken leg in there. I will fry that one off camera. I just wanted to show you the gist of what I'm doing here. You know, fried chicken is one of those comfort foods that goes with so many side dishes. You know, mac and cheese, potato salad, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, corn, broccoli, you name it. Goes with a lot of different side dishes and stuff, and it tastes good, you know. And sorry if this video is a little lengthy for some of you out there. But this is a cooking video, frying chicken. You know, I'd rather show you what I'm doing than behind the scene, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so check these. Oh yeah. What I'm doing, I'm just putting my tongs between them, separating them, while as I feel the consistency. Flipping them and separating them. Like I said again, if the heat was a little bit higher, more, I guess you could say 5 o'clock, they would have been done by now. So I did these for like 5 minutes. What, 4 times, 5 times? So that's like 35 to 40 minutes. Alexa, stop please. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take these out. I have my plate with the strainer on it. Metal strainer. Take it out gently. Take my plate a little closer. Push the paper towel back a little bit because I want to get that near the burner. I'm taking one out at a time. So it can drain onto the paper towel. The paper towels catch the oil onto the plate. And you can use olive oil too to fry chicken, but it's a different process using olive oil. And actually olive oil is healthier to fry your chicken in, or fry anything really. Alright, there we go. Got these in my colander basket here. I'm sure I got everything out. Yeah, the only thing that's in here is the little pieces of bits of chicken that naturally flake off when you fry. Alright, so let me, oh, I got my chicken in there, I forgot. I'll use a paper towel here. I just need to wipe my finger because I touched some of the grease. I'm just putting a little water. Wipe my finger off before I touch my camera. Alright, well, I hope you got something out of this video. I'm leaving my grease on for my last drumstick that I need to fry up. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Making fried chicken old-fashioned style way. Yes, you could say, of course, you could use a deep fryer or even bread your chicken and bake it in the oven. That's good too. But I just wanted to show you. This is one way that I like to fry my chicken. And it's delicious. It's a slower fry, yes, but you don't have to worry about grease splattering on you or grease getting all over your stove. And just like I said, just keep timing it in 5-minute increments until you feel or sense that it's done, because you want to make sure that fried chicken is done, okay? Especially because of the inside of it. So, alright, so see you on my next video, be coming soon, and you take care out there, alright, and God bless you. Thank you.